We often play games to seek beautiful stories, the kind of immersive stories that hooks us from the beginning and make us feel like we play an active role in the journey along with it till the very end. Over the last 15 years, this new genre of cozy narrative experiences has emerged. Games that trade high-octane action for the quiet conversation, the beauty of a hand-painted landscape, or the bittersweet ache of a long overdue goodbye. To me, these aren't just games almost. They are digital scrapbooks of human experience. They tackle grief, love, nostalgia, and the mundane beauty of everyday life with a gentleness that stays with you long after the credits roll. Today, we're taking a journey through time to look at the narrative gems from 2011 to the present day that defined this era. So grab a warm drink, settle in, and let's explore the stories that taught us how to sit still, to listen, and how to feel. The first one we're looking at is a 3-installment series of To the Moon. In 2011, the first installment to the series, titled To the Moon, was released. What if you could live your life over again, but only in your final moments? To the Moon follows two doctors who traverse the memories of a dying man named Johnny to fulfill his last wish, going to the moon. Though he doesn't know why he wants it, your journey through his past reveals a heartbreaking and beautiful story of childhood, love, and loss. It's a masterclass in narrative design that proves you don't need high-end graphics to make a player weep. This game set the gold standard for indie storytelling, reminding us that even the simplest pixels can carry the heaviest emotional weight. Continuing the work of Dr. Rosaline and Dr. Watts, Finding Paradise enters the mind of a new patient, Colin. Unlike the first game, Colin's life seems happy and fulfilled, which makes his request to change it all the more baffling. The story dives into the complexities of the human mind, loneliness, imagination, and the imaginary friendships we use to cope with the world. It's a more introspective, philosophical journey that explores whether a life lived in fulfillment is enough, or if we always crave something more. It's funny, surreal, and deeply moving. The third installment in the series, Impostor Factory, was released in 2021. It starts as a bizarre, time-looping thriller in a secluded mansion and evolves into something far more profound. While the doctors return, the focus is on a new character named Quincy. To say too much would spoil the mystery, but it expertly weaves together elements of sci-fi, horror, and family drama. It asks difficult questions about the ethics of technology and the value of a perfect life. It's a mind-bending, emotional journey that ties the entire series together in a way that is both surprising and deeply satisfying. There is another series we're going to look at now, and it is the OPUS Series, containing 3 installments spanning 5 years timeline. The first installment was released in 2016, titled OPUS: The Day We Found Earth. Millions of years in the future, humanity has forgotten its origin. The Day We Found Earth places you in control of Emeth, a small, loyal robot tasked with finding the long-lost planet Earth to save the human race. Spending your time scanning the vast, silent cosmos through a telescope, the game captures a unique sense of space coziness, a mixture of loneliness and profound hope. As Emeth learns about his creator's dreams, the mission becomes more than just science. It becomes a search for home. It's a short, poetic experience that will make you look at the stars a little differently. In 2018, the second installment was released, titled OPUS Rocket of Whispers. In a world ravaged by a plague, 2 survivors, a scavenger and a witch, aim to do the impossible: build a rocket to return the lingering ghost of the deceased to the cosmos. Rocket of Whispers is a wintry, atmospheric tale of survival and ritual. As you trek through the snow to find parts, you hear the whispers of those left behind. It's a story about the burden of being the ones who remain and the importance of giving the dead a proper goodbye. The cold environment serves as a backdrop for a warm, blossoming connection between two people trying to find purpose in the end times. The final installment, titled Opus Echo of Starsong, was released in 2021, a grand space opera tragedy. Echo of Starsong follows Eda and Jun as they travel through a lawless solar system to find starsongs, mysterious sound waves emitted by ancient asteroids. The game blends exploration, puzzles, and a deeply cinematic narrative. Eda can hear the songs of the universe, and Jun is an exiled noble looking for a way to save his clan. Their bond is the core of the story, leading to an ending that is as inevitable as it is devastating. With its breathtaking art and haunting music, it's a story about the echoes we leave behind and the power of a shared melody. Before we move on to some of the most iconic standalone stories of the decade, I wanted to take a quick second to say thank you so much for being here. If you are enjoying this walk through gaming history, please consider hitting the like button below and subscribing to the channel if you haven't. It really does mean the world to me, and it helps me keep sharing these stories with all of you. But for now, let's jump into 2015 with a story about a girl, a camera, and the power to change time. In the sleepy town of Arcadia Bay, Max Caulfield discovers she can rewind time. But as any fan of Life is Strange knows, changing the past always comes with a price. This episodic journey is a quintessential coming-of-age story wrapped in a supernatural mystery. From the indie folk soundtrack to the sun-drenched halls of Blackwell Academy, it captures the raw, messy reality of teenage friendship and the weight of impossible choices. As a massive storm approaches, you're forced to decide what truly matters most. It's a nostalgic, emotional roller coaster. OneShot is a game that knows you are watching. You play as a god-like figure guiding a lost child named Nico through a world where the sun has gone out. This isn't just a quest to restore light, it's a meta-narrative experience that breaks the fourth wall in ways you've never seen. The game communicates with you through your own computer, blurring the lines between fiction and reality. It's cozy, eerie, and deeply personal. You only have one shot to save this world, and Nico is counting on you. It's a hauntingly beautiful story about the bond between player and character. When a group of friends accidentally opens a ghostly rift on an abandoned military island, a fun night out turns into a supernatural struggle for survival. Oxenfree stands out for its walk-and-talk dialogue system, making conversations feel fluid and terrifyingly real. The eerie, synth-heavy atmosphere and watercolor art style create a vibe that is equal parts 80s horror and cozy campfire story. It's a brilliant exploration of grief, family secrets, and the way our past haunts our present. Tuned into a radio frequency of the unknown, you'll find that some signals are better left unreached. There's also a sequel to Oxenfree titled Oxenfree 2 Lost Signals that came out in 2023. You can either play as a standalone story or dive deeper by playing the original first. Created by Laura Shigihara, Rakuen is a story about a young boy living in a hospital who travels to a fantasy world to ask the forest guardian for one wish. To get it, he must help his fellow patients by entering their personal books and resolving their deepest life regrets. Despite its whimsical, vibrant aesthetic, Rakuen tackles heavy themes like illness, war, and dementia with incredible gentleness. It's a game about empathy and finding beauty in the midst of tragedy. Bring tissues. because the combination of its stunning soundtrack and heartfelt writing is a direct hit to the soul. Florence is a short, interactive poem about the rhythm of first love. Through a series of vignettes and mini-games, you experience the relationship between Florence and Krish. From the first spark of attraction to the mundane beauty of moving in together and eventually the pain of drifting apart. The genius lies in its mechanics. Conversation puzzles become easier as they grow closer and more jagged as they argue. It's a cozy game in the sense that it feels lived in and honest. It reminds us that even if a relationship doesn't last forever, the growth we experience within is invaluable. Death is usually a taboo subject in games, but Spiritfarer turns it into an act of love. You play as Stella, a fairy master to the deceased. Your job isn't just to transport spirits, but to care for them, cooking their favorite meals, hugging them, and improving their cabins until they are ready to cross the Everdoor. It's a management game with a massive heart, blending beautiful hand-drawn art with a poignant narrative about legacy and moving on. It teaches you that saying goodbye is a slow process, and that the best way to honor the dead is by truly listening to them while they're still here. Look Inside is a unique narrative puzzle game that feels like flipping through a family scrapbook. You play as Manon, who discovers a book in the attic that reveals the lives of her ancestors. By interacting with old photos, drawings, and letters, you piece together the family tree across different generations. There are no high stakes here, just the quiet satisfaction of discovery. The soft art style and relaxing music make it a perfect wind-down kind of a game. It's a tribute to the everyday lives of the people who came before us and how their small stories ripple down to form our own. In Before Your Eyes, your life literally flashes before you. Using your webcam, the game tracks your blinks to move the story forward. You play as Benjamin Bryn on his way to the afterlife, recounting his memories to the ferryman. Every time you blink, you risk skipping ahead in time, from a childhood birthday to a pivotal career moment. It's a brilliant, heartbreaking mechanic that mimics the fleeting nature of time. It forces you to keep your eyes open to savor the moments even when they're painful. It is a stunning, innovative masterpiece that you will never forget. It's 1986 and Meredith Turner is taking a break from her high-flying city career to return to her hometown of Providence Oaks. For 2 weeks, she takes over her father's mail route. Lake is the definition of a slow life game. You drive around a beautiful lake, deliver packages, and reconnect with old friends. There's no ticking clock or game over screen, just the choice of whether to stay in the town you once fled or return to the hustle of the city. It's a quiet, scenic exploration of what it means to slow down and find happiness in the mundane. Set in late 90s rural Indonesia, A Space for the Unbound is a stunning pixel art adventure about two high school sweethearts facing the end of the world. At its heart, it's a story about mental health, trauma, and the courage it takes to face one's inner demons. Using a supernatural book, you can space dive into people's hearts to solve their anxieties. The game balances its cozy, nostalgic atmosphere, filled with cats to pet and snacks to buy, with a heavy supernatural mystery. It is a vibrant, culturally rich, and deeply emotional love letter to the struggles of youth. In Season A Letter to the Future, the world is about to end, not with a bang, but with a quiet fade into a new era. You play as a young woman who leaves her village to document the current world before it's forgotten. Armed with a camera, a tape recorder, and a bicycle, you explore a stunning valley capturing the sounds of wind and the stories of the last remaining residents. It's a meditative, gorgeous game about memory and the importance of witnessing history. It's a slow, thoughtful ride through a world that is beautiful because it is fleeting. Venba is a short narrative cooking game that tells a story spanning decades. You play as an Indian mother who immigrates to Canada in the 1980s. Through the act of restoring damaged family recipes, you experience the family's joys and struggles, from the difficulty of assimilation to the generational gap between Venba and her son. The vibrant colors and flavorful sound design make the cooking feel rhythmic and tactile. It's a powerful, concise story about how food carries our culture, our love, and our history across borders and through time. Visualized through breathtaking hand-painted watercolors, Dordogne is a journey into childhood nostalgia. You play as Mimi, a woman returning to her grandmother's house in the French countryside to reclaim lost memories. As you explore the house and the surrounding nature, you switch between Mimi as an adult and as a young girl during a pivotal summer. You'll collect sounds, photos, and words to create a scrapbook of your experiences. It is an incredibly tactile game that captures the sensory magic of being a child, the smell of the forest, and the warmth of family love. Set in a beautifully realized version of the Philippines, Until Then follows Mark, a typical high school student dealing with the everyday stress of school. However, strange reality-bending glitches begin to occur, hinting at a much larger mystery. The game masterfully blends the cozy vibes of high school life, texting friends and wandering through markets, with a gripping emotional plot about grief and lost time. Its unique pixel on 3D art style and deeply relatable characters make the eventual twist hit all the harder. It's a modern masterpiece of narrative-driven gaming. From the creators of Behind the Frame, the Star Named EOS is a photography-based puzzle game about a young photographer named Day. Following the footsteps of his mother, who traveled the world, Day uses old photos to recreate scenes and unlock long-hidden family secrets. The game is a visual treat, featuring stunning hand-drawn art and a gentle, reflective atmosphere. It explores the idea that photographs are more than just images. They are capsules of emotion and truth. As you solve puzzles and develop film, you'll uncover a touching story about the bond between mother and son. Pine is a wordless, interactive experience that focuses on the life of a woodworker following the death of his wife. This is a game that communicates entirely through its visuals, music, and simple daily tasks. You experience the crushing weight of grief through the repetitive nature of the protagonist's life as he tries to maintain his home while being surrounded by memories of the person he lost. It's a short, poignant, and incredibly brave look at the grieving process. It's a reminder that sometimes the coziest thing we can do is simply finding the strength to keep going. In the near future world of Reviver, technology exists to temporarily bring back the consciousness of the deceased. You play as a reviver, someone tasked with facilitating final conversations between the living and the dead. This narrative-heavy game focuses on the ethics of closure and the stories we leave unfinished. Each case presents a new emotional puzzle. What do you say when you only have 10 minutes left? With a moody, noir-inspired aesthetic and a deep focus on choice, Reviver is a provocative look at how we value life and the legacies we leave behind. If you've ever looked at a classic hand-drawn animated film and wished you could step inside, By Sweet Carole is the realization of that dream. Set in the early 20th century at the Bunny Hall orphanage, you follow Carole, a young girl who discovers a hidden magical world known as Corolla. This game is a breathtaking, dark fairy tale that looks like it was pulled straight from the golden age of Disney. But don't let the whimsical art style completely lower your guard. It's a survival horror adventure at its core. You'll navigate a world filled with both wonder and eerie threats as you search for a girl named Alice who vanished years ago. It's a beautiful, atmospheric experience that captures that specific childhood feeling of wonder mixed with the unknown. It's for those who love their cozy games with a side of mystery and a heavy dose of artistic soul. The Berlin Apartment is an ambitious narrative adventure that tells the history of a city through the walls of a single flat. Over the course of a century, you experience the lives of the various tenants who lived there, from the glamour of the 1920s through the shadows of the war and the fall of the wall. By interacting with objects, you unlock vignettes of their lives. It's a sweeping, emotional epic that feels both grand and intimate. It's a testament to the idea that every home has a soul, built from the thousands of small stories that happened within it. What do you do when the world is ending? You hit the road. In this narrative-driven journey, you and a group of friends embark on a final trip across a crumbling landscape to reach a legendary safe haven. The game focuses on the in-between moments, conversations in the car, stops at abandoned diners, and the music on the radio. It's a cozy apocalypse, focusing on human connection and finding joy in the small things while the horizon fades. It's a story about the journey being more important than the destination, even if that destination is the end of everything. Looking back at these titles, it's clear that cozy doesn't always mean easy. Sometimes it means finding comfort in the middle of a storm, or finding a sense of home in a world that's ending. Whether it's brewing coffee for a stranger, delivering mail in a quiet town, or guiding a soul to the afterlife, these games remind us that our stories matter and that empathy is perhaps the most powerful mechanic a game can have. As we look toward the future of indie storytelling, one thing remains certain. As long as there are creators willing to be vulnerable, there will be players looking for a world to belong in. So thank you again for being here and spending your time with me. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these stories left a mark on you? And which ones are you looking forward to be playing next? Until then, take care of yourselves, stay cozy, and please keep playing.